Donald Glover stars in the new Solo movie, Solo, a Star Wars movie. He plays Lando Calrissian. And he said that it was actually a little bit difficult because he had to keep this a secret from his friends just to make sure that the news wouldn't get out because this is such a highly anticipated movie. He said, I stopped talking to friends, he told Page Six. I had a friend who's super into Star Wars, and I think it was out that I had auditioned, and he was like, oh my God, you're Lando, before I'd gotten the part. So he said that he had to keep it a secret, and he told his pal that he did not, in fact, land the role. So not only did he keep it a secret, he had to lie, but the one person he didn't end up lying to, because he is the golden-hearted person that he is, was his dad. He said, I had to tell my dad immediately. He knows that he wasn't supposed to, but it was such a big deal for him because he said he's a huge fan of Lando. It was like my first toy he gave me. It was just a big deal. So Donald Glover, Son of the Year, and then also a little bit of an internet darling, because along with his surge in popularity from, I mean, This Is America, from Atlanta, from Star Wars Story, he also, or his fans, seized the Donald subreddit and took it over. So you may know that there's a community on Reddit that is dedicated to President Donald Trump, and it has been taken over by fans of Donald Glover, who are flooding the community with pictures and memes of the popular rapper and actor. So it was seized under the Donald, all lowercase, which is not the same as another massive pro-Donald Trump community, the underscore Donald, whatever. That is actually the biggest of his online fan bases. And as of yesterday morning, he's received a large number of upvotes in the thousands. And this is what one of them was. The Donald, upvote this so that people see it when they Google the Donald. And there is just his
The only unfortunate thing about this is that it's not the underscore Donald. It's just the Donald, which is like a much smaller and less heinous subreddit.
And also, I think that part of why this was able to unfold was because the moderator for that subreddit, the lowercase Donald, has not posted on Reddit for more than 2 weeks. So it's sort of a dormant Reddit, and I think that people seized on the opportunity. It's not even the first time this has happened. It's happened before with Donald Duck, and also for, I believe, Ronald McDonald and Donald Sutherland have also had their own little takeovers on the Donald. And it made me sort of think, what are other famous Donalds? Is it really, there are not that many Donalds these days.
Donald Glover.
Well, right, obviously, that's the whole story. I was thinking of Danny Glover, sorry. No, Donald, it's hard. Don, I can't even think of like a Don that's short for Donald.
Yeah.
It's a name that you don't hear.
Yeah, I think we're just like, we're fatigued on Donald. But going back to him lying to his friends though.
Yeah.
Does it kind of suck to be friends with a famous person?
Well, I should ask you, is it hard to be friends with me?
It's actually terrible. You were awful. No, but like, would you be pissed that like he didn't tell you that about this role that he got?
I think you would have to be understanding.
Yeah.
You know, I think that maybe you'd be initially upset, but I think you would have to be understanding. Now, to be clear, I think there are different echelons of fame. Now, there are people that are like, I'm famous, and they love like that fame and notoriety, but then there are certain creators like Donald Glover that I think are in a league of their own that just have to keep their projects, I guess, close to the chest because there is so much anticipation and desire for that to get out there. So in that sense, like, that's a different level of fame where he just has to keep his projects.
Man, and that can't be easy. Have you ever like lied to your friends or like withheld information, not because?
Oh, for sure. Okay. I mean, the only thing I can sort of liken it to was when I had to lie about my engagement plans and kind of keep that a secret between people that I thought might leak something. Okay. You know what I mean? So like anyone that was also good friends with.
I feel so good because you told me.
I told you, but I'm not worried that you're gonna go to Lizzie with this information. I would be.
Do you have friends that would?
Well, think about there's some friends that are friends with both Lizzie and I. I love my friend Sarah Spad, but you know for sure.
How did I know that you were gonna bring up Sarah Spad?
I knew for sure that if I said something to Sarah, that Sarah would have leaked it in a very loving way to Lizzie, thinking that she would want this information and be like, hey, don't worry, I talked to Grace, it's coming. And so I had to keep that, sort of tight-lipped, but never any sort of a project. Yeah. That's totally different. I've never auditioned for like a Star Wars role, and if I did, you would know about it. I'd be dropping major hints.
I feel like you would be a good stormtrooper.
Okay,
your haircut is kind of like a stormtrooper.
The shade.
Look at that haircut though.
Oh my gosh.
We could do a side by side.
That's like saying you have a face for radio.
No, it's the shape of your hair and your head. It's like the helmet.
Oh my gosh, you are a Vader. You are a.
Hell yeah.
Why
can't I be like a Darth Maul or something?
No,
too?
you're not. I want to Darth Maul your face right now.
Okay, you wild animal.